So many times I am disappointed when I order this from the menu. Well, you won't be disappointed in this, and this is as authentic as it gets. A Mexican fried rice. Come on, we ain't even got to wait in line. The good Lord has done blessed us with a good one He has today, and guess what? Me and Shannon the Bee gonna bless y'all too with something that is one of our favorites. It is a Mexican rice. The printable recipe and anything you need will be right down there below the video. So without further ado, let's get on with this deal. Now, you know what, Shannon, is the most important thing in this recipe?
Rice?
Yes, you got it right, Shannon. You win a prize. I'm gonna take you back to Allsup's from last week's video, okay? So, we gotta have some rice, folks, and use a long grain white rice. Don't be buying that stuff that is so cheap you can't read the brand name on it. Get you some good white rice. But the next important thing is what you're gonna cook it in. Now, a lot of people are gonna put it in a sauce pot and just do it that way. You know me, folks, I'm a cast iron kind of feller, so I am gonna cook it in that. And one other thing that is really important is we got to toast it. Yeah, we're gonna toast us some rice, but it's gotta be in some corn oil. That's what I'm talking about, corn oil. We need 3 tablespoons to put in this 12-inch Dutch oven because we're gonna let it oil get good and hot, and then we're gonna toast this rice till it gets a little lightly brown and toasted, and you can sort of smell it. Ooh, smells so good. Well, our oil has about got hot, it is, so let's go ahead and dump this cup of rice in there. This is gonna feed about 4 to 6 people, depending on how much they eat. Now, this is one of them deals where you gotta constantly be doing some stirring here in a minute, because we wanna make sure that all this gets toasted good and golden brown, give it a little more flavor, because that's what it's about, folks. Well, what we're trying to do here, folks, is get everybody sort of a toasted brown color. And that oil and that rice sort of blended all together. It's going to help keep that from sticking in the long process too. So make sure that you get it all good and toasted, and then we're going to add the tomato sauce to it that we've mixed up. Cut. Now, folks, before y'all got here, I done mixed me up what I call some of the best tomato sauce to go with this good traditional Mexican rice. And that was, I took a small tomato, core it out, lay it over on a really hot piece of cast iron. Then I took me 2 serrano peppers, chopped the stems off of them, put them out there. 2 garlic cloves. You want to mash them just a little before you put them out there on the hot iron, and then we're going to roast it a little. While them is roasting, and you can do it over a grill if you're outside doing this. So we got us a half an onion over there. Just cut it in half, take the stem ends off of it, clean it up, and then chop it up pretty fine. Throw it right in the Magic Bullet blender, whatever you got. Then we're going to reach back over there and we're going to get the peppers. And then we're going to get the garlic, mince them up just a little, and the tomato, chop it up, throw it all in there. Add 1/4 cup of warm water. Needs to be warm. One of them dried ancho chilies chopped up really fine with that pulverizing Magic Chef equipment. Dump it in there. After you get that chili in there, let's take a 1/2 teaspoon of oregano and a 1/2 teaspoon of cumin. Dump it in there, screw the lid down tight, and let's blend this Let's blend this rascal really well till it's good and smooth. Then set it aside because we're going to use it a minute when we get to toasting that rice. So our rice is good and toasted. Time for that tomato paste stuff. 1.5 cups of water. Now, a lot of folks be wanting to use some chicken broth, but hey, you got to use the right stuff. And this right here, zoom in there, Shan. What do you call that, Shan? Tell me.
Pollo.
Okay, it is the best stuff in the world. That is what we recommend. 2.5 teaspoons. There's 1, there's 2, and there is a 1/2. Let's get this back to simmering really well. We're gonna cook it probably for about 2 minutes here till everything gets back to a boil. Make sure you ain't got no clumps, lumps, or anything like that. And I don't know if y'all can get that smell, but I can get it. So I am gonna turn this back up till we get us a good little boil here for a minute. Folks, you're fixing to gonna be needing a timing apparatus unless you're really good looking at the sun and telling everything in the world. You can see we about got this back to the boil that we're after, And you're gonna have to continually stir this till you get to that point. Now, when you get it to that point and everything's boiling, slap the lid on it, turn it down to the lowest setting you can find on your burner. Set the timer for 20 minutes and don't touch the lid. I can even see it. 20 minutes, don't touch it, don't think about it, don't look at it, don't do nothing, because this is very important little step it is. I hope y'all enjoy the scenery while Shannon shows you around camp. One, according to the sun,
Oh,
on time by Apple it is. Turn her off. Lift the lid up. Let's let some of that steam out there. Let you have a quick look, Shan. That's all you're gonna get. That's all you're gonna get, Shan. Put her back on there, set the timer for 10 minutes, don't touch it, then we're gonna fluff it with a fork, and then we're gonna eat it. Oh, that's an alarm clock. No, it wasn't. Things is done, folks, it is. So, let's take it right over here. Let's go ahead and take that lid off. And we're gonna give it a good fluffing with this fork. Now, traditionally, you'd always see this, and it would have little green peas and carrots in it. Folks, I don't like mine with green peas and carrots in it. That's why I don't put them in there. You can if you want. And I'll tell you, if you want the rice to maybe even be a little fluffier than it is, before you start, take that cup of rice, rinse it just a little. But ooh, this here is plenty fluff enough for me. And will get me a plenty because I am hungry. Let me check the timer. Oh, we don't need a timer no more. Because guess what it is? It is time for me to get to reap the benefits here of my hard work. So, big. I'm going back again, folks. Hang on.
what are you doing? Oh,
I feel good like James Brown, and I'm cool. Folks, that rice right there will make you put on your glasses and be the coolest kid on the block. I promise you. It'll make you get all the moves, do the cha-cha-cha, anything you want. Folks, and I want Shan to zoom in here and let you see how fluffy that rice is. I mean, it is so good and fluffy. Big old kernels puffed up. They did just right. The smell, you get a little hint of that cumin and the oregano. But to me, folks, the thing that sends it over the top is, again, who is the award winner again this week? The dried ancho chili and that homemade tomato sauce that you put in there. By roasting that tomato, we softened it really, really.
something biting?
Whoo! Something got hope.
Did you find it?
But I mashed something. Woo. Where is first aid? Huh? He's over at the pickup. First aid.
No.
No. Folks, the flavor that you get from this is outstanding. The cumin and the oregano, but also when you roast that garlic a little and the tomato and them serranos, it just brings out more added flavor. Now the serrano, we put 2 of them in there.
I like it just with one.
I know somebody was going to be claiming that it was too hot, but folks,
It's not. I feel like the heat kind of, it's a good bite, but then the heat kind of builds as you eat it, and it just kind of simmers there. It's not like overly hot.
No, I think it's just right. So folks, don't put just 2 in there. Put 10 if you like it really hot. I like it just the way it is. The serrano, the ancho chili brings in a little of the smoky flavor. It is what I would call the best Mexican rice I have ever eaten in my life, and I have eaten many of it at some of them hole-in-the-wall diners driving down the road. Grego, we're going to close it up. Well, the Beagle didn't get a taste, folks, because he ain't much into spicy rice. Don't be down on him now, because he is a good pup. He has worked hard. You've seen him going out yonder to the wilderness and getting some deer bones and taking up into uncharted territories and burying them for hard times, because he gets to thinking maybe we ain't going to eat in a week or two. But we sure do thank you for dropping by camp today. Let me take these off so I can get personable with you. Such a beautiful day that God has given us, and we are just blessed that you took time out of your day to stop and join us for just a minute. Remember what I've always told you, it's about food, but the food is about family. We always want to bring all the family together, and let's share the videos and share the food. Be sure you hit the like, the subscribe, and the share with everybody that you got. That's how we're going to bring this world together, is over food. I guarantee you. As always, I salute them veterans, our servicemen and women, for keeping this old country free and giving me the opportunity to get to do what I do every day. We don't take that for granted. Everything that we had, remember, will be listed down below. We hope you have a blessed day above the grass, and I will see you down the Mexican Rice Trail.